Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Surprise, I'm here a couple weeks early. If you're a new subscriber or a new watcher, welcome. I typically do my videos once a month, but I got some wonderful things in the mail and I couldn't wait 2 weeks to show everybody with my normal end of the month update. If you're a current subscriber, welcome back. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the comments and likes. I got no thumbs down on my last video, so I don't know what that's all about, but yay! So I have some fun things to show, but today is a very gloomy, rainy day in Cincinnati. So even though I'm in the same spot as last time, the lighting isn't good here or anywhere else in my house. So if when I play this back, it is not great quality for color and detail, I'll probably just not post it and do the update at the end of the month. I hope it works out. But they promised me spring is coming, so hopefully by the end of March it'll be sunny and a little bit brighter than it is today. We had ice overnight, it rained and then froze, so it's just a gloomy, gloomy day. Which leads me into, I typically don't do the what I'm all into or my favorite things that everybody seems to be doing, but I've been wanting to show these candles for a long time just because so many of us are book enthusiasts as well, that I thought it would be cool to show these candles. So I found this company. They are based out of Minnesota, called Frostbeardstudios. They're a small couple that run this candle company, and all of their candles, the names center around book themes, either characters or titles or just something around books. So today I'm burning Rainy Day Reads. This is what it looks like. Obviously this is not the one I'm burning, but they just had a sale and so I stocked up on my favorites. They just changed their labels, so now it tells you what's in the scent. And so Rainy Day Reads is fresh rain, ginger, and lavender, and it smells yummy. That's my third favorite. My second favorite is Headmaster's Office, and that's fireplace, cedarwood, and lemon, and it just kind of smells like an old library, kind of. But my very favorite, which I forgot to grab because it still has the old label on there and doesn't say what the scents are, is Oxford Library, which is leather and some kind of smoky smell like this one. I don't know if it's cedarwood or sandalwood or what, but it's yummy. It's my favorite one. So anyways, I'll put their information below, but some others that I've used of theirs that I like are the Great Gatsby, or no, Gatsby's Garden. Gatsby's Garden, it's green. 451, which is a takeoff of Fahrenheit 451. It's pretty smoky. It smells pretty good. So they have an Etsy shop, but they have their own website. So I'll link the information below if you are a candle person and are looking for a small business to support. They come in different sizes. So this is the biggest size it comes in. They've got one that's about half this, and then they have tart or melts, wax melts, whatever you call them. I don't use those. Okay, so that's that. That's my non-stitch related stuff. Okay, so let me show you a little bit of progress that I have had since we got together last time. Also, when I filmed my video here last time, Lana from Till the Last Stitch creeped around in my living room and said that there's nothing on my walls. And you're right, Lana, I am horrible at committing to art to hang on the walls, mostly because the room that I'm in is a vaulted room, so the ceilings are high, and so typically you need big pieces or lots of little pieces, and I just don't have that kind of an artistic eye to commit to something that's either big and pricey or to spend the time to put a bunch of little things together. So I am going to hang more stitching this year, I promise, but I need some things that are non-stitching too. What I need is my friend Heather, who lives in Columbus, who is a pharmacist but should have been an interior designer, to come to my house for the weekend and just give her my credit card and let her decorate my house. That's not going to happen. Okay, so what I worked on mostly this month was the Silver Needle, A Little Help from My Friends Club. This is Scarlet House. And that's as far as I've gotten. This is what the pattern looks like. So it's pretty cute. I probably would have been done with this or been a lot farther, but I ran out of Havana, which does the lettering and finishes the chairs, and I think I need it in the house. So I was at my shop earlier this week, but they are out of Havana. So that put the brakes on that one, which is fine because I have plenty of stuff to do, right? Right. So this piece with these little windows there has just about sent me to the brink of not ever cross stitching again. That's dramatic. So between this piece and the one I'm going to show next. So when I put these little stitches in, I put them in the light ones, which I think is parchment, first, and then stitch that brown window around it. When I put those stitches in, the white stitches, they were nice and neat. And then I put the brown around it, and they were not nice and neat. So for the second set of windows, I put the brown in first, and then put the white in. Same outcome. I picked it out and tried doing, instead of doing each individual stitch, because this is over dyed floss, I did like a running stitch, even though there's not much running in these little windows. Okay, enough with the windows. You can see I've picked most of it out. So I just could not get them straight. And because they're light, they're quite obvious, at least to me, when I look at this, that they are not even compared to all the other stitches around it, compared to that big bulk of white there. So I took this with me when I went to Keepsakes Tuesday for our StitchCon meeting, because I figured Pam could either save the day or fix it or talk me off the ledge of never cross-stitching again. And of course she did. So I told her what I had tried, and those were all kind of in her little tips and tricks. But then she said to get the Snag Nabbit, which I know she and other people have talked about before. It's that long needle that has the little corkscrew end that you use typically to take snags out of sweaters. So she had hers with her, and she showed me how to use it to try and neaten up some of these. And she said she uses it all the time in her projects. That's one of the ways that she gets them so neat. Magnification is another, and I think all the years of experience probably is the main thing. Anyway, I tried her Snag Nabbit, and it did seem to tighten up some of these stitches a little bit, but she told me I probably needed to take them all out and just use the Snag Nabbit as I was stitching them. So that's what my plan is to do. So I went later that week and got the Snag Nabbit. It's like $3 at Joann's. I had a coupon for 55% off, so it was like $1.45, I think, with tax. And I posted it on my Instagram page, and people were like, okay, why do I need this? And I was like, well, maybe you don't. Maybe your stitches are perfect, but this is not perfect. So I brought the Snag Nabbit home, and since I was already taking these stitches out, I haven't tried it on this just yet, but I did try it on my quote-unquote full coverage. This is what it looks like. This is that Russian kit of the kitty that I love. And if you remember, a long time ago when I first got this, I said, I don't hate the Aida. It's soft. The fibers seem nice. Well, the stuff is soft, and it doesn't stay taut in my scroll rod. So, and then I started thinking maybe the floss was to blame. This is where I had gotten with the piece when I finally just couldn't do it anymore. And if you look at this now, even up close in this lighting, it looks fine. But if I look at this up close in real life or with my magnifier, which is probably what's ruining the whole thing, is to stop looking through it through the magnifier, I can see tons of stitches that are not even, that are loose, that are too tight compared to the ones around it, and I couldn't take it. So I thought maybe it's the fabric. So I went to Joann's, bought some Aida, Charles Craft Aida. And then I thought maybe it's the floss. So while I was there, I also changed out all the floss for DMC and matched it as closely as I could. And then I thought maybe this fabric isn't going to work in my scroll rod. So I put it on my Q-snap. So like the worst scientific experiment ever, right? Because you're not supposed to change all the variables and then try to figure out which one was the problem. I changed everything. And I still was having angst, anxiety. Anxiety's not the right word. Anger was probably the right word. So I messaged Andrea from IHeartCross Stich, and I said, I need help with this because I love it to look at, but I hate stitching it, and I want to do some full coverage. So she and I messaged back and forth. She gave me some tips to try a different needle. I had been using the needle that came with the kit, and it was pretty big. She told me to use a 26 needle. So there's another change. Fabric, floss, what kind of apparatus you're stitching it with, and the needle. So I changed everything. I tried it with Thread Heaven. I tried it without Thread Heaven. It didn't make a difference. So this is where I am now. I'm going to try and cover this up because I don't want to take this contraption off because I have my pattern attached because Christy tells me to. My friend Christy, I just do everything she does at the retreat, and then it seems to work. So that's where I am right now with the new fabric, the new floss, the Q-snaps, the smaller needle, Thread Heaven, and the Snag Nabbit. So the night that I bought the Snag Nabbit, I came home and was going to work on that cat, and I thought, let's just try it and see what happens. I do think it is helping. It is at least helping the crazy person in my brain stop talking about all of the stitches that they think are not perfect. I run it through a couple times. Pam said to run it through the fabric in the same spot a couple times or go to the top and the bottom. So I do think that it's helping. So I'm hopeful that when I get back to this and the little windows, the Snag Nabbit will help. Or maybe I'll just give it all to Pam. How about that? Pam, will you stitch it if the Snag Nabbit doesn't work? You don't have to stitch it, Pam. Okay, that's all the progress that I have had. Let's talk about what I received. I still have not bought anything. Okay, Darla in Kentucky. I met her at Stitch Away Retreat. She is on Instagram as KyStitcher. I will link her Instagram, what is it called? Handle, name, below. She messaged me after my last video and said, I have some dark fabric that I just cannot use. I've tried all the tricks and it's not going to work. Do you want it? And I said, yes, you can have my address, or you can just bring it with you in June when you come up to StitchCon, because I'm not going to use it before then. But she sent it to me anyway. So this is the fabric that she sent. It's a little bit more purpley than it's showing up, but it's like a purpley gray black. It's very pretty. I don't know what company this is from. It is Weigart. It is serged, which makes me think that it's Picture This Plus, but I don't know what color it is because there's no tag, and I think it's even weave. I know it's even weave. It's not Aida and it's not linen. I just don't know if it's Lugana or Jobelin. But it's very pretty. Oh, it's getting so dark here. So it's coming up darker than it really is. So thank you, Darla, for that. She also included this pattern, which she was stitching on at, oh man, look at this. Jen, see? Jen from Felicity Stitches made a comment about how fabulous my hair was and that she was going to take a picture of my hair to her stylist. Don't do that, Jen. Your curls are fab. Anyways, I may cut that out. Darla was stitching this at Stitch Away. And so she, when she was looking for the magazine, she got 2 copies somehow in her search, because apparently it's hard to find. This is Peace on Earth. This is from Cross Stitch and Needlework Winter 2015. And so she sent me the other copy from the magazine that she bought. The designer is Vinier Tan. Okay, so thank you, Darla, for that. That was very sweet, and I will see you in just a few short months. I also got from Kathleen at Kathleen's Trodden Trail. In her last video, she showed this pattern, and she said that she thought I would like it because I had a cardinal on it, and I told her it was already on my wish list. I just hadn't gotten around to buying it. I talked about this designer in one of my old videos because I have one of her patterns and the fabulous fabric that she screen prints on that I haven't stitched yet. So until I finish that, I wasn't going to buy this. Oh, I'll take it out. But my fabulous friend Kathleen bought it and sent it to me. And she told me not to buy it because it might be coming my way. Winter Solstice by Kanikis. There's the fabric that you can buy that she screen prints. I guess it's called screen printing. I don't really know what I'm talking about. That you can stitch it on. You can stitch it on anything you want, but it would look pretty cool with that tree in the background. I think when I stitch this, I'm going to take the light post out because I don't really get where that light post comes in on the farm. This is so totally not my style, like farmy stuff, but it's really, really sweet. I love it, and I'm going to stitch it except for that light post. Oh, anyway, so I messaged her back and said, you need to stop sending me stuff. And then I said, well, you don't need to, but you don't need to keep buying me stuff. So she sent me this, which was sweet. I don't care if she sends me stuff. I'm kidding. You don't have to send me stuff, Kathleen. But I do love when you do. She sent me this little piece of 32 count Cyprium, which is by Picture This Plus. That's showing up pretty well in this dark room. It's kind of a like goldy, kind of rusty brown mottled fabric. I don't have any of that. And she sent me this noteworthy needle beeswax. It's called Poultry in Motion, and it's a little chick. Cute, cute, cute. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate it. And then I also received from MelyEllyStitches. If you're not watching her, why not? And where are you, Melanie? You need a video. I haven't seen a video from her. I haven't seen a video from Letitia, the crafty curator. Where are you, Letitia? And Julie McConnell from Reflections. I know you were at market. I know you're busy. Show us what you bought. Just kidding. Anyways, MelyEllyStitches sent me this little pattern. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I have Sports Center on, because even though I understand almost absolutely nothing about basketball, I love March Madness. I love the competition. I love the underdogs. And they're showing stuff from last night because I went to bed before the giant upset of the world happened. If you are a Virginia fan, I'm sorry, but that was just a fabulous history-making moment that I missed. Anyway, so that's why I'm distracted. I should have turned the TV off. Anyways, MelyElly sent me this because it has little cardinals on it. So, of course, I had to have it. I really love that you guys think of me when you see cardinals. People have made comments on my Instagram, but also other Instagrams of people who list things with cardinals. And I think it's super sweet that you guys think of me when you see anything, but for sure cardinals. She also sent me a sweet little card, and then inside of it was this little thing that says, "Happy Day, enjoy the good things." And I guess you could put like a little note on here, like a gratitude journal, which I kept a gratitude journal years and years ago, and it really does make you feel better to just write down 3 things, or even 1 thing, that you're thankful for every day. But I think that's what this is for, or what made your day happy. But you pop it open, and it says, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever," John Keats. And attached to that was this little needle minder. I don't know if it's going to show up in this, or if it's going to focus the glare. Anyways, it says, "Are you kidding me right now?" Get it? Are you kidding me right now? Okay, sorry. It's like a dad joke. My dad would love that. And she sent me Buckeye Scarlet because I am Buckeye Stitcher. Which you can never have too much Buckeye Scarlet, right? Yeah, you're not going to be able to see this. Anyways, okay. That is what I received. And then last night, I got home from a very late night at work. I got home almost at 8 o'clock. And in the morning when I left for work, I remembered that my package from Vana with all my finishes was coming. And I was super excited, and I thought that'll be a great way to end the day. But by the time I got home last night, I had totally forgotten what was coming. So I pulled into the driveway, and I'm like, what is that box on the front porch? So I pick up the box, and I look at the return address, and it says Vana Lifer. And I could not wait to get in. Like, I'm starving. I have to go to the bathroom. I still have my work clothes on. I had my jacket on. I don't think I took my jacket off before I at least cracked the box open and looked at one of the pieces. And then I was like, okay, all these other things. So I was going to try to not open them all before I showed them to you, but that's just not possible. That's just not me. I know a lot of you guys wait to open things and share it with us, and I appreciate that, but I have no willpower. So let me show you now what I sent to Vana and what she sent back. I sent 7 things. I sent this little hands-on design chalkboard ornament, and this is the finishing that came with the kits. Not the kits, but you could buy it as a kit. That's the back, and that matches one that I've already done. This little one that is from a Just Cross Stitch magazine, but it's a Squareology pattern. So it's hands-on design, and then the Just Another Button Company did the buttons. So that's Vana's finish. Cute. And then the months. So I'm glad I got this one back because it's still March and I can use it. So this is the Snowflower Diaries Joyful World Sal. That's March, so I have that up on the table right there is where they go. And Vana had emailed me and said, "You are up next for finishing. Do you want to pick the fabrics or do you want me to?" And I was like, "Girl, you pick them. I don't know what I'm doing." So I love how much the fabrics coordinate with accent colors that she picks out. So that's March. April. This purple that she picked is like almost exactly that. Like this purple. This is because she just makes this out of DMC. Fabulous. June. And I've said before, this is my favorite one. And you guys know how I'm not the biggest fan of yellow fabric, but when Vana says the yellow fabric works and it has bees on it, you just do what Vana says. So that one's cute. And then the last one is October, and the fabric that she put on this is just, okay, October. Look at that. Is that the most perfect fabric? I don't know, between that and the bees. Those are all my flat folds. And then the last thing I sent was the F is for Friend from Heartstring Samplery. It's from that Silver Needle, Little Help from My Friend, I think is what it's called, club. And I said to Vana, I had some suggestions for making this into a tart. If you have any other ideas that are better, do it. Otherwise, a tart is fine. How freaking cute is that? And let me tell you, this is packed so tightly, I kind of don't even want to touch it. I don't know what is in this, if it's just stuffing or a pillow, little pillow form. It is packed tight, Vana, and I love it. Look how cute it is. It's fabulous. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Vana. It is fabulous. So that is it. That is all that I have. It is a gloomy day, which gives me an excuse to stay inside, maybe do some things around the house, but also stitch. I would love to get some more work done on that Russian cat in the snow. However, Ohio State plays the men's NCAA game. It's tonight at 7:45, and I don't think they're going to win this one. And it makes me anxious, and so stitching is usually not something I can do while I'm watching basketball that I care about. But the other games are just fun, so I can stitch while the other games are on. I just like the competition. I did a bracket at work. I don't even know where I am. I think there's like 6 of us that are participating. And then the OSU women are actually ranked higher than the men, but of course the women's sports gets no play. But anyways, they play today as well, I think. So that'll be fun. Anyway, so my plan today, maybe some housework, definitely some stitching, basketball, seeing if this video is horrible, and deciding about whether I'm going to upload it. I don't think I have anything else life to tell. Nope. So thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing and leaving a comment if you choose to. I love the comments. I don't want to say I try. I always respond to the comments that I see. So if you have left a comment for me and I did not respond to it, that means I never saw it. Because if you took the time to make a comment, I would like to take the time to respond to your comment because I so appreciate it. So I will list all the stuff below that I mentioned. If you have any questions, leave them below. Otherwise,